Okay, y'all, so this is a continuation of the previous video that's going to be that I'm posting that I recorded earlier. And I left off that, I need answers about why does my skin color intimidate you so much? But going back, piggybacking off that video, going back to one of the first things I talked about was not being the angry black guy. Because there's sometimes I want to vent, and I want to get it off my chest, and I feel like as a man, I'll even let's take race out of it. As a man, men really can't vent. We don't have the opportunity to get frustrations off of our chest without society looking at us as weak. I know I'm a man, but I'm a human being too. And I have times where I get weak, and I want to cry. I want to break down. I want to be vulnerable. But if I do, among certain ones, that looks like it's a weakness, And even more for a black man, as me being a black man, there's times where I want to get angry. I want to lash out, but I can't because that feeds into the stereotype. Oh, they're just aggressive animals. And yes, sometimes I want to let the goddamn animal out. I want to let the beast out of the cage just to show people I'm not to be trifled with. Because if I don't, and here's kind of the double standard, if I don't intimidate you with this, I use words like trifled with and retort. If I don't hit you with, if I don't back you down from being aggressive towards me or from being a jerk towards me with my intellect, now I have to flex a little bit of muscle, and I don't want to do that. There's some times where I want to slap people, and I can't, because then it feeds into, oh, he's an angry black man. Oh, he's an angry Negro. I laugh about it, but it hurts not being able to vent to someone these frustrations. Now, I'll take that back because I do have an excellent support system, but they're not always available, and at times where I need it, or if I want to go to somebody, or if I wanted to go to somebody in jobs past, I didn't have that option, or if I did, it would be the fake empathy. Oh, I'm sorry that you have to go through that. No, you're not, dude. You're just telling me what I want to hear, but thank you anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's rough out here, and I use this, like I've said before, and plenty others, I use this as therapy to get my frustrations and get my venting out, and hopefully this helps somebody else. If you especially at this is really for the black men. If you're going through this, you can vent, and I'll leave the comments open. You can hit my DMs or whatever, and we can talk about it. I think as black men, I have a group of guys that I hang out with, or that I talk to, that I used to hang out with in Detroit, and we're constantly building each other up. Now, we roast each other from time to time. That's what we do, but we're constantly building each other up. They say iron sharpens iron, and that's exactly what we do. We constantly build each other up. And I'm not going to lie, if it wasn't for this group of black males, I probably would have lost it and snapped out, beat the brakes off of a few people. I wouldn't be here to tell you these stories. So here's another incident that I've come across before in the past. There was a time where I went to a homeowner's house. I gave him the heads up call, showed up to the house, and he opened the door like, yes? And I said, I'm Rory Holmes with such and such company. I'm here to do the service on your home. And he looked me up and down with the utmost disgust and said, I guess. And I said, well, sir, I need to come inside the house to do the service. Do what you need to do and leave. And I'm like, wow. Now, I attribute it to him having a bad day. You know, maybe this guy's having a bad day, whatever. And so before I could, give him the out that he's having a bad day, he says to me, are you the only one available to do this service? And I lied. I said, yes, I'm the only one available. And then he says, figures. I ate it. I ate it. And I wanted to jump out and be like, well, what do you mean it figures? But that thing clicked in my head. Hey, don't be the angry black guy. Don't be the angry black guy. Just eat it. And quite frankly, I'm tired of eating it. I'm tired of not being able to clap back. I understand that paycheck is worth more than my clapbacks, worth more than these jokes. But at what price do I sacrifice my pride, my dignity? And it seems like I've only worked in areas to where I have to deal with this. And before you even say it, I choose to deal with it because I choose the line of work that I'm in. But if we're going to get past this hump in this nation, and we've been fighting this battle for eons, seems like, we got to make some changes in our thinking. And that's on all sides of this thing, man. That's on all sides of this thing. We got to change our ways of thinking. So now let me segue into ungratefulness and people that really just blow my mind, So if you know me, if I'm a friend to you, if I have your phone number and I don't do this as often anymore as I used to, I'll send out messages. Hey, just checking on you, just checking in, seeing how you're doing. Hope everything is well. Didn't want nothing. I'm just checking in. And it hurt me. Not that I do it to get responses or to get people to say, hey, I'm good, how are you? Or people to check in with me or whatever. But I'm not going to lie. It hurts when I spend my time and I pour out to people that they can't reciprocate. Now granted, I have a handful of people outside of family, and when I say family, I'm not always talking about blood. Some of my best family members I picked. So when I say family, I'm not talking about blood. I'm talking about ones that, okay, yeah, acquaintances, whatever, that are a little more than acquaintances, and even friends that haven't made that family transition. For a long time, it used to bother me, and it still does. It still kind of gets to me from time to time that if I'm reaching out, it takes 2 seconds for you to reach out to me and say, hey man, I'm just checking in on you. I don't want nothing, just checking in, making sure you're okay. From time to time, I'll call my grandmother. Hey, Granny, how you doing? Everything all right? All right. And I know that does her heart glad. Now, if I get a pickup of people checking in on me, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be a little leery at first, and I might have a clap back for you. But no, it's all appreciated. I'm going to say you this. Take time to check on your male friends. Spend the 2 seconds it takes, 10 seconds it takes to send a text and check on your male friends, especially your black male friends. Because we're going through it. And I don't speak on it as much as I should or as much as I'd like to, because I don't want to get labeled as that guy, because I have things to protect. I have a job to protect. I have children to protect. But things do bother me. Before you ask me, yes, things do bother me. And if you really want to know what bothers me, pick up the phone or shoot me a text. I'll tell you what bothers me. But check on your black male friends, because we're not okay all the time. You guys have a great day.